Hey guys, Lego back for another video for you guys' course today. We are doing a big review course. This is one that is going to be a little bit of a longer video today, but I hope you guys are okay with it. We are doing the complete wave of all 10 Speed Champions cars, which you're going to see for you. So now I'm going to show you all the boxes here. So we have set number 77248, BW Alpine F1 Team A524 with 258 pieces. And here's a look at the box, in the back of the box as well. The instruction booklet for that car, and it's right here. We also were going to do set number, actually we're going to do the other one too, set number 72246, and it is actually the Visa RB Cash App Formula One car. This is also a Red Bull style car too, if you think about it. Here's a look at that box, of course, and we're going to put all the instructions here for you guys to show you. Here's the instruction book for this car, and that's pretty cool. You can see here. We also are going to do set number 72242, the Ferrari SF24 with 278 pieces. This is the new Ferrari team car, which is going to be really cool to show you guys the back of the box as well too. And here's like the instruction booklet for that car as well. So very cool. We also have another one that's going to be cool. That's going to be the one 77247 Sauber F1 Team C44 259 pieces. Excuse me. And this is another kind of F1 car we're doing here. And here's the instruction booklet for this car as well, you see. And it's pretty cool. We're also doing the set number 72250, the MoneyGram Haas F1 Team VF24, which is another cool team car we're going to do in the back of the box as well for that. We're also doing the last five, of course, here is set number 7224 Mercedes AMG Petronas F1 Team W15E Performance. This is the box of this car too, and the back of it as well. And the instruction booklet for this here, of course, right here. And the back of it as well, you can see, I always like to show the instruction booklets. We're doing another one, is also gonna be 72251 McLaren F1 Team MCL38. This is this car here too. We did one last year, kind of similar to this, of course, too. And it's pretty cool. We got a different design of it last year. Here's a look at the instruction book of that one. And here's that right there too. When we're also gonna do the 72249, the Williams Racing FW46. This is another cool looking F1 car we have. Here's one that's gonna be a personal favorite of mine. Here's also the instruction book, excuse me. That's part of the books there. Sorry guys, I had to move my table because my mom's making a puzzle today, so I had the different size variants, so sorry about that. We're also doing one that's gonna be my personal favorite, is gonna be the Oracle Red Bull Racing car, 72243, Team Red Bull. I'm also a huge fan of the Team Red Bull team series, as well as the Ferrari series, so like those cars. Here's a look at the instruction booklet, of course, too. In the back of it as well, too. And then finally, we're gonna do, on this one, of course, we're gonna do 72245 Aston Martin Armco AMR 24. Here's a look at the box for this car, and the back of it as well, too. And, sorry guys, I'm not gonna be rushing through these. And here's the instruction booklet for this car, too, and the back of it as well. All right, but let's show you all these guys, and I might try to do a grid starting lineup, like they look in a grid-wise, but let's show you all these cars, and then get these boxes out of the way, too. But let's show you what they look like right now. All right, guys, so here we have a look at all the cars. You can see I'm gonna try to do a panoramic view, of course, on all. I try to get them all as even, of course, and close to me, of course, because we're gonna do all the cars. Now, I do not know them all by name, but before I want to show you guys too, we're not gonna take the drivers out. I do like how the halos are all built of all different styles of the cars. I also like the helmet designs too, that are really kind of cool too. And you can see that the halo designs and helmets of the drivers, the helmets look really kind of cool in a way. And we're not, like I said, the drivers are not really important. The fire suits, of course, too, for the cars, I'm just gonna leave them in the cars because to take all these drivers out, a little bit more difficult. But you can see there's all the cars you can see, and they're all like facing me, of course, but I could try to do a grid style if you want to, but I mean, I could probably just wait on that for a little bit. But yeah, there's all, look at the cars you can see. And we're gonna start with this car first. This is the Team Armco car. We got something similar to this car last year. This car here is pretty cool. This is what this one looks like. And you see it has, all these cars, of course, have a lot of detailed stickers on them, of course, too. How they all are built. And I like these little hubcap designs that they also have, or like tire designs they have for their tires. And they also have these little tires. I forget what these guys are. If you guys know in the comments, I think there's hard, soft, medium, and compound tires. I'm not sure. Or they probably have all those for Formula One. They also have these little designs too in the back. All the cars do. Like a little like blinking light, of course, and there's like the exhaust noise. So that's this car here. This is the Team Armco. I think that's what it's called. I'm not sure. Correct me if I'm sorry, guys, if I don't know the names of these cars. Some of these are small teams. This is also somewhat like a Red Bull-based team, this car here. And as you can see right here is, this one here also has really cool designs. I like how these are printed on here too. Team Visa, of course. This is a really kind of neat color, the way how it looks like a something of American color, but also pretty neat. Design of the car. You see here's like the front of it too. This car too. And you know, there's look at the back. That's I thought it was Canada, but that's actually a different sponsorship. But here's a look at this car too. It has Visa and the Red Bull insignia. This is not Team Red Bull, but this is an affiliate of Red Bull, I guess, in a way. I could be wrong on that. Here's also another team car that we're gonna call is the Williams Racing. Yeah, the Williams Racing team. And I like this. I really do think this is pretty cool. They have this right here, like it's just like built like a battery, of course, that they have for the cars. They sponsor Duracell. I really am glad. I'm really surprised at all the sponsorships on these cars that Lego is able to basically negotiate with the teams to put on these cars. There could be some they're missing because of certain reasons, but still pretty cool. You know, I like this kind of series, these kind of cars, and I like how the designs look. These are like Tron wheels, of course. You think about it, that's pretty cool. This was one my mom liked, of course, too. And asked if a female drove this one. I don't think there's any female drivers that race in Formula One, but it's the BWT Racing Team. I think that's what it's called. I could be wrong. Like I said, guys, I'm not trying to make some of the names wrong if I got them in a box, of course. But yeah, you can see there's some kind of a name right on the spoiler thing, of course. I'm trying to wait for you guys. There you go. You guys can see that. And here's like the front of this car too. You can see. And this is like a nice little blue hubcap or design rim wheel, I guess you call it though. And there's also a purple one. There's also like pretty colorful. This car is really colorful looking. I like how the colorful this has that on there. And you know, Alpine, of course, is basically a big sponsor for Formula One, of course. And definitely one of my favorite cars. Here's one I really am to like to show you guys here is Team Red Bull. This is one of the cars that I do know who drives this car over the years. Like Mark Webber, he used to drive this team. Of course, many great series drivers. I think Max Verstappen drives this car still for this team. Of course, he won a championship, I think, a couple years ago. Many great drivers have raced for Red Bull. I will definitely see people buying multi of these cars to get the whole collection, of course. But I love this color, the red and the blue, the bull that's red of classic, of course. The team, the spoiler right there too. I also like how this car is built like this in a way. And I think those are supposed to be in like that, guys. I think that's what the instruction book called for that. I'm not sure. I could be wrong on that, but I'll probably fix that. But anyway, guys, that's look at that car right there. And one of my favorite cars so far. This is a team car. This is called Kick. I'm not sure, but I could be wrong on that. Kick Racing Team. It's like a small racing team. And you can see this has this little design on here too. And not much sponsor this guy has, but you know, some of these teams don't really have many sponsors, but they race in Formula One because you know, that's what they're trying to do, of course. And, you know, really kind of cool car. And I think this is a unique way how this is going to be built, of course. So really kind of cool. Also, we have Team Haas, which, if many of you don't know, is once owned by Gene Haas, of course, in real NASCAR, and also by Stewart Haas Racing. But since they shut down, this is a team that I thought was not going to be in Formula One because of Haas Racing, but apparently they're still around over the years. And they're still racing. They have MoneyGram as their sponsor. And you can see here's look at the car too. And I like how they basically kept all this on here. Michael Schumacher's son, raced this team, I think he did, for a while, but I think he's no longer in Formula One because sadly, he's not really that good. And I really wish he would be because, you know, he's one of my favorite drivers of the Schumacher line. Family, I always like the Schumachers, but this is the team he raced for. But really kind of cool how this is here too. And also you see he has a sponsor called Chipotle. A great restaurant, guys. If you've never been there, really good food they sell. And to eat too, by the way. MoneyGram is their sponsor. I don't know much about MoneyGram, but that's unique. Here's a team that Lewis Hamilton used to drive for. Is Team Petronas, or Mercedes, Team Mercedes. And you see this car is really unique in a way too. We're gonna go the opposite way now. And you see has these sponsors, of course, too. And we have gotten a car like this a couple years ago, but a different style version. But I like how they have to color the scheme. And I don't know what these stars are supposed to be for, guys. That's probably just the livery of the car, but I could be wrong. And there you see, there's the back of the spoiler too, right there. And here's look at the other part of the side of the car too, guys, which is really unique looking though that we have. And, you know, all the looking nice livery. Of course, here's a car we got last year, something similar. Is this, we're gonna call it DKX, of course. And you can see it has some really colorful looking orange. I like these rims, of course, too. The Google Chrome wheels, of course, which is unique for this car. Really looks like a Halloween themed, of course, car in a way. Orange and black, which is not bad, but I like how the color. This guy, I think, won last year. I think won last year or the year before a couple races this team did. And they're still somewhat of a new team, but they're basically been around for, I think, 1 or 2 years now. But they are still a great racing team that races. And, you know, I like that how they have these. This car is one of my favorites as well, too. And finally, but last but not least, we're going to do the one team I think everyone should be familiar with is Team Ferrari. And this is one of my favorite cars. I really like this car, how they got all the livery stickers on here, because past Formula One series from Speed Champions and the Ferrari series, we never got the shell logo or anything else because of sponsorship or Lego could not get that happening, of course. But we have gotten it now, and it makes this car pop really well. It just looks so gorgeous on this car in general too. You see the back of the car too, and here's look at the back, the other side of the car too, and how it is put together. And you see those nice red rims that are the tire design again for the wheels, and you know, it's very kind of unique in a way. So there you guys have it on all 10 of these beautiful. We're gonna go again for you guys, all 10 of these beautiful cars that are really built out. You know, I have to say, if you had to tell me which is my favorite, I was gonna try to line that, guys, for you, would have to be probably this one away because it's like a Red Bull affiliate car, but I like the Red Bull team. I also like the Ferrari team. This one also is pretty unique in a way. Haas CNC is probably another team I like. So it's really hard to tell which one you like, of course, but still, I'm sorry guys that the camera's not all the way out officially here, but that's all the livery of all these teams. You can see all these nice looking cars, and yeah, they are really fun, and they were really tiring to build because they were almost repetitive builds, but still very awesome. All right, but there you guys saw it, and we're gonna end the outro. All right, but there you guys saw on the close-up of these cars, and I'm trying to get all of them in picture, of course. I was gonna do a grid starting lineup, but I thought, well, it would be a little difficult because this table is not big enough to the other one I always film on. So I apologize for that. Anyway, these are all great Formula One cars. All 10 of them you can see right down here, of course, in the way too. And we're gonna probably do something a little special for you guys too, bring them all. We can probably bring them in the fold, of course, and some of them are basically breaking off me, of course, in the way too. Basically are all really unique looking cars. There we go. And I will say that these cars all build a little bit differently, of course, though. I'll try to get them all in picture for you guys. But anyway, they all build a lot differently compared that they are. But they all have different designs on the side panels. They also have different types of wings. They have the spoilers in the base, the wings in the back, as well as the front of the car. They're all built the same. The side of even the wing parts that they have, like for example, these things right here that help the car, and what I'm talking about here, little aerodynamic triangular thing, of course, those are all built a little differently too in a way. But I watched a video about a guy who was explaining to a young lady, of course, that why the teams are all like that. Because all Formula One cars, you gotta realize too, they're not like the NASCAR series. They're not all built the same way. All Formula One cars are built differently, of course, in some small aspect, which is not bad. We have gotten this version of a different car last year, a different side. You guys remember we did that last year, of course, with a little poly bag. We also have gotten this style car, this team, a different style build of that pace car, which I can see people using that pace car now for a field, of course, or like a safety car, which they call it a safety car in Formula One, which is okay. I apologize about that. But I can definitely see people buying these 10 and then probably another 10 to make a whole team series, because you got to basically realize in Formula One, they have 20 cars that race. Now, the ones you see right here, what they basically would do. There are also, I've also seen, so I saw also that was going on Bahrain, Texas, not Bahrain, excuse me, not Texas, in Bahrain, when they were doing their preseason testing, of course, they have other teams, of course, that didn't add on to this series I was watching, of course. And that's basically because, well, sometimes they will add another car or team, of course, and that's what the thing is. Now, it's kind of ironic because this car is racing this year, of course. So in the past, from Lego Speed Champions, because it is a shared theme, like I always like to say, normally they have to basically get permission from the teams to make all these cars, if possible. Reason why is because they have to basically say, hey, can we do your team in Lego? And as a car. And I assure you that's what we got in Ferrari over the years, because Ferrari is probably a good sponsor. Mercedes, Petronas, we've gotten a lot of them, of course, over the years. The rest of these guys, we've not got them in Lego sets before, except McLaren, what came out last year. The Armco car, of course, that's pretty cool too. We also got them in a way. But we have not got the other teams, of course. Red Bull, I know a lot of people wanted the Red Bull series for a long time, which is awesome to say. We finally got them as a race team, and as in Lego form too. I will say though that, you know, if, like I said in the close-up, if you had to tell me which car do I like between all of them, probably the most classics, Ferrari and Red Bull. Out of the other ones, of course, too, Mercedes, you know, they're a pretty cool team. McLaren, definitely they're on their team. The Williams Racing Team, other Red Bull affiliate, or we're going to call them that, the Visa, a BB car, pretty cool. I will also say that some of these two cars, the two Red Bull cars you see here, these two were basically 18 plus up, because it's basically, because for those of you who know, Red Bull is kind of like an adult beverage. It's an energy drink, so little kids may be like, why are we basically getting that on the car? So that's why we had to do that, because it's an adult style car. But I do think it's pretty cool. I also want to say before we close on this intro to this video, guys, too, that most of the drivers, when you're building them, they don't have the exact driver's look, of course, in a way, like they did for the Ayrton Senna car and also Nigel Mansell, that they had those big collectible cars, because they probably have to pay out royalties, and they would also have to pay out some kind of fund, of course, to have the driver sponsored in Lego form, which they've done with athletes, of course, in the past, and they've also done with actors and other Lego sets. But for race teams, they probably have to basically, Lego probably had to basically make some kind of arrangement, of course, with that. The reason why I did it with those two retired drivers you saw that I did those two cars, or that I seen, of course, that they have, like Nigel Mansell, for example, because those guys are retired now. They basically are no longer racing anymore. Then that's probably the reason why that. And those are collectible cars. I know a lot of people are going to be saying, well, I wanted to get Lewis Hamilton for Team Ferrari because he's racing Ferrari this year, or Max Verstappen for his team, or whoever races the new, I can't remember, forgive me, Ferrari guys, I don't know who races all these cars in general, but I do know that these are some of these are top teams that are racing that have won a lot of races. Like Ferrari's won a lot of races, McLaren, they've won a few races, not get wrong, Mercedes has won a bunch of championships with a lot of races with Lewis Hamilton. Red Bull, they've already got basically Max Verstappen in a lot of good racing criteria. Of course, I can't remember the other guy that races with him, because they do change out every once in a while, but it's one of the most great, it's the hardest race series I know to race in well and two. So that is overall in general too. So I hope you guys are enjoying this video. Sorry for the table layout. Like I said, my mom was putting it, she likes to put puzzles together, and I didn't want to mess it up for her, so I had to basically find a way to do the recording, of course. But yeah, that's basically these new cars that we got, and hope you guys are enjoying this video, of course, of these cars that we have built now. All right, guys, but thank you so for watching today. I hope you have the rest of your Wednesday. Today is Wednesday. We are going to get some more Lego stuff coming in that I will be getting. I will be going for that Lego buildable upscaled race car figure. I'm also going to go for the Ninjago workplace modular. That's going to be pretty cool to build. And then we're going to get some of those blind box series of these cars, but I'm going to go for one because apparently I've checked the Minifig Scan app, of course, and you can't scan those cars like you can minifigures. So we might have to basically get one car, and I'll do that like that. Unless, of course, the way I can get all 10 of them, but I don't think I'm going to do that, though, because, you know, if I can't find what I'm getting, of course, I can try to do that for you guys, but I don't know. But also want to let you guys know, too, that, yeah, this is basically all my thoughts and opinions. I do want to say before closing this, I do think it's kind of funny they've added some male and female characters in racing, these cars, but the thing is, Lego, if you're listening, not many women race in Formula One. It's never been, I don't think it's ever happened in history. Because there has probably maybe been one woman has qualified in Formula One history, but it was probably a small team, like one of these teams maybe or something, or maybe smaller. So, but I don't know. But that's overall cool. But let me know in the comments, do you guys like this Formula One series? I know a lot of people are probably turned off on this series because they like the cool cars, but getting the all 10 of these cars, we're probably like, wow, we got a lot of Formula One cars. But so, and that's pretty cool. And I will apologize too, it took me a while to build all these guys because they are all repetitive builds. They are all the same style, like almost design way. So that was a little bit difficult itself too. All right, guys. I hope you guys are enjoying though today. And I hope you guys are having a good rest of your week on this Wednesday. And we'll let you guys know what happens about that, guys, after a while. And the other Speed Champion set we're going to go for will be Suki's Mazda, I think it's called, from Too Fast, Too Furious. So that's going to be another Speed Champion set coming out this year. And I know that many of you guys like that one polybag I did a couple days ago, excuse me, that got a lot of views, and I appreciate that. Thank you. And guys, I'm also going to try to find out the way that for that giveaway. Like I said, please be honest with me and be patient with me. I'm still trying to figure out YouTube and how to make that happen. The algorithm, of course, to have that happen, of course. And make something special for you guys, what I can do. So I know I promised that. So I'm not trying to basically make a scam for anybody. I'm just trying to figure out the algorithm. And my brother's also got other stuff too with his fiance. So just trying to help you guys. Hope you're okay with that. All right, but thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys have a rest of your weekend. And I'll see you guys next time.